Popovers are a mystery to so many people, and you know something? They don't have to be. When I was growing up, they weren't a mystery. My dad was English, and we called them Yorkshire Puddings. That's what they call them over there. An Irish friend of ours calls them Yorkies. Whatever you call them, they're easy, they're fantastic. Now, all you need is a blender. You can use either a specialized pan or you can use a muffin tin. I'll show you how to do it. It's the best. Now, just these 4 ingredients, but it's important the order you put them in the blender. I like to put liquids in the blender. If there's going to be flour, liquids always go in first because you always get a little bit caught up in the bottom, the flour that is, if it's not mixed in well, and you don't get all the good flavors. So I'm going to start out with milk. It's 1.5 cups of milk. I'm going to go with 3 eggs and 1.5 cups of flour. And I'm going to give that a ride for 30 seconds. The timing is important. You want to really get it nice, fluffy, and frothy. That's 30 seconds. And after I scrape down the sides, just have to add the oil for another 30 seconds. Just make sure everything is in there. Look how frothy. Look how nice that looks in there. And now 3 tablespoons of oil. That's a 1. That's a 2. 3. And another 30 seconds. And now to get the pan ready, because that was 30 seconds. That's it, just a total of 1 minute of mixing. A key to all of this is preheating the muffin pan. When I preheated the oven, when I turned it on, I put this right in. So this is really, really hot. That's crucial. Use a little oil in there, high heat oil, or you can use a spray. You can tell how hot that is. And now I'm going to fill the cups up about 3/4 of the way. So extra, so I'll just top them off. That'll be fine. Go. Maybe a little more in this one. And these are going to go into a 450 oven for 25 minutes exactly. Here they are, Popovers, Yorkshire Pudding, Yorkies. You saw they're so simple to make. And so just a few things to note. See, they're nice and warm and toasty. Look how big they are. Now, if you don't have one of these popover pans and you do these in, well, we lay them down like that, in a muffin tin, they're going to do just fine, but they're not going to get as tall. They're not going to get as high. Look how that steam coming out. They're not going to get as tall. They're still going to be good, and you're going to get more of them because they're smaller tins. It will work, but they look more spectacular if you can get one of these popover tins. Now, another thing about these is it's a very simple recipe, but the techniques are very important. The order you add the liquids, and then you're popping them in the oven, getting them into a really hot pan here, but also opening up the door at the very end with the spoon in it. What that does, it's sort of like when you're doing a souffle, is you don't want them exposed to the cooler air immediately because they might deflate a little bit. This way, with the cooler air coming into the oven, they'll just have a chance to cool down just a little bit more on their own, a little bit more casually. So that's how you end up with this great looking popover. Very simple, just a couple techniques. And you saw it, that took just over a half an hour of effort in baking. How fast is that? I hope you like this video, because if you do, please click like, and even better, please click subscribe, because we've got new videos coming in every week.